Well, listing volumes have certainly decreased from the peak in summer, where we were at about 1,000 listings on TradeMe, and we're now in the 770s, which is not as low as we'd typically expect in winter, but certainly lower than we'd had, which means that some old stock is finally moving along.
I think the volume at the moment still remains quite high because a number of properties aren't selling, and so some of these will be properties that have been on for some months now, and that means that we're just getting a little bit of a backlog of stock on there that needs to move. Open home numbers are still a pretty mixed bag. We had some big open homes in the weekend, which was great, but there's also some properties there that, much like what we were saying before with the volume of stock on the market, some of those properties have been on for quite a while. So having 1, 2, 3 groups pop in is kind of the usual. But properties that are really nicely presented and are positioned well when they hit the market are getting double digits through open homes.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be kind of the renovated properties and, you know, the prettiest of the bunch. They're getting a lot of people through, and it kind of remains to be seen how that translates into offers. But certainly getting good traffic through the door.
5.2 is the average number of people through. I don't know what that 0.2 looks like, kind of odd, but 5.2 is the average at the moment, and that is the highest figure that we have seen since about February, March of this year.
The suburbs that are selling the best at the moment are where the first home buyers are at. So places like Miramar, Kilbirnie, Newlands, Johnsonville, all those places we are finding a lot of properties in the sub-million, especially standalone homes kind of below the $1 million mark are getting lots of attention. And then kind of the higher up the price bracket you go, the less people we're getting through, unless it's a very unique property and one that's, you know, beautifully presented.
I think apartments are continuing to have a bit of a tough time of it at the moment. When people can look at a standalone home at around the sort of $650,000 level, they're less inclined to go look at an apartment at that kind of price point when you've got the body corp levies and so on to pay as well. So apartments probably aren't stacking up so well in the market at the moment.
Yeah, and probably similar with investment properties. We haven't really seen the great return of investors just yet. So those kind of properties are still sticking around. However, home and income properties can get quite good attention because you're seeing quite a few savvy buyers out there who are, you know, trying to get themselves into something where they can get some income as well.
And also really well renovated family homes always seem to be popular. Everyone knows how expensive it is to renovate a property. So if it can all be done before you and you can just bring the bubbles when you move in, they are often getting good numbers through as well.